When I speak over these videos, I just speak, and sometimes during the day I kind of have a good idea and I think, I should mention that during the videos. And especially during the training sessions, I tend to have thoughts, as you do when you're training, and then I forget what I was going to speak about. So I've been thinking about if maybe I should keep a short diary throughout the day, just point down what I want to talk about, or things that I think about, ideas that I have, or whatever. So I will try to elaborate on that, I guess, sort of find a good way to put something down. Because you have a lot of ideas throughout the day, and some of them are good and some of them are bad, but sort of revisiting them and elaborating on them at the end of the day, I think is a good thing. Because throughout the times in my life when I've had kept a diary, I think I've been able to sort of clarify a bit, and not necessarily by revisiting them later on, but more when I do it in the evening, write it down or whatever. So continuing going to the climbing gym, and today I bought a membership for 30 days, and I mean I'm quite terrible at this, it's not something I'm good at, and but I see sort of small improvements, and I've been watching videos of good guys, and I watch good guys in the gym, and I try to realize, what are they doing, and I one thing I've come to realize is that it's all about sort of the center of gravity, the center of mass, moving your center of mass smoothly, because if you don't, your hands will end up having to lift you up. And if you've watched any of these videos, I'm not good at that, that's not my strong side. I can do a few pull-ups, I can hang for 60 seconds, and that's it, so of course your hands will get stronger, but sort of navigating the wall is all about just the center of gravity, I guess. That's my understanding right now, at least. And I also realized today that it's not necessary to follow the colored paths on the wall. You can play around, and that's what I decided to do. These clips are of my first sort of session, and I probably did 10, and I was just playing around the wall. And if you see the big blue and orange and black and purple thingies, those are the ones that I some of the trails are made out of those completely, and I have no chance of navigating those trails. But what I realized is I can sort of play around with them in the other trails, so I can hold a hold that I can keep without dropping it, and then I can use one of these holds to sort of I hold one in my right and one in my left, so to get to know them, you know what I mean? So that's what I was doing today, and I had some epiphanies, bodily epiphanies. So that was nice, just small level up. And I guess that's always when you're doing something for the first time and you're a complete beginner, you have these epiphanies quite regularly if you manage to keep your keep the consistency up. So that was very fun, and I think I had the most fun today that I've had in the climbing gym, and I was probably there for 2.5 3 hours, just chilling, relaxing in between. Then I did a run, and then I relaxed more, so it was really fun, After that I went up and I did the squats and some other exercises, and I decided to, for the first time pretty much, load the squats. So I did 10 without any weight, and then I started adding some weight, and I ended up doing like 50 reps of with 40 kilos, and I did them in increments of tens, and between I did some pull-ups. So yeah, got in a few reps, and I was focusing on in betweens, just trying to open up my hips and activating my hamstring. I cut a lot of the rest out because like I took good rests in between, so I cut a lot of the rest periods out. Man, I'm gonna try to stop saying it's something I do, and when I listen to the tape recordings back, I realize how bad it sounds. So I'm really trying to sort of give myself a mental slap whenever I do this thing, because it's terrible to listen to. My grip strength is getting, I guess, a little better, you know. It's definitely a weakness, but I'm both managing to put less strain on my grip when I'm climbing, and I've just been doing a lot of pull-ups and all that, so it's getting a little better, and I think my hands are getting stronger. Now, one of the points when I started doing this 100 squats a day and sort of recording the process and all that, and it's sort of turning into just doing a training session every day and recording it, which really keeps me motivated to move and do something every day. But one thing I wanted to do was kind of prove that you can just be very fit and healthy without having a gym membership, because I kind of disagree with the notion that you need to spend a lot of money to be healthy. That's like, marketing is can be very cancerous and deceiving, you know. And marketing knows that people have trouble staying healthy, they have trouble staying fit, they have trouble staying active, because their surrounding doesn't demand that they are active, and it's completely like it's human nature not to do something that is unnecessary, you know. And today you could argue that staying healthy is unnecessary when it comes to sort of energy management, you know. Of course it's not unnecessary, because if you don't stay healthy, it just brings a lot of lifestyle diseases, basically. So we've come to the point where we can stay so inactive that it kills us, you know, which was never the reality. That's not the reality 99.9% of the human. That wasn't the case in 99.9% of human history, let's say, or any history of any animal or any mammal or whatever. So it's a new phenom, you know, and we're sort of trying to understand how to navigate that, you know, because our body, our mind, our soul just needs us to move, you know. It needs us to just exert, if that's a word, like energy. It needs us to run, it needs us to lift heavy things, it needs us to walk for a long time, maybe even run for a long time, you know. It needs us to be physical, but today our environment doesn't demand it, you know. So we're sort of in that dilemma, and one way to approach it is just to say, like, I'm a fat piece of shit and that's just the way it is, you know, and try to sort of shame everyone who disagrees with you into agreeing with you and saying that they should love you even though you're fat and unhealthy. Let's say they should love you even if you're unhealthy, even if you're dying like your sedentary lifestyle is killing you, and they should just love you for it, and not say anything. And they should be attracted to you, sexually attracted to you, mentally attracted to you. But that's not how it goes for real. You can lie to yourself about, this is just me, this is how I am, but that doesn't change the facts. You're unhealthy and you're dying. You're killing yourself by not doing anything. So that's a fact. And it's very tempting to sort of reach for a quick solution. And there are plenty of companies that are founded around the notion of offering you a quick solution to this exact problem. You're unhealthy, and they tell you, buy this product and it will get you in the right direction. But it won't. It won't. Like you can eat all the supplements and protein powder and, I don't know, fill in the blank of any product, and it won't do anything for you. You will be that much poorer. You will have that much less money, and you're putting money in someone else's pocket, but your health will not improve. Your health improvement, let's say, is a direct. The only thing that affects your health is your output. Surely your input as well in terms of nutrition, but your output in terms of exercise, in terms of moving. So that's just a fact. And I think it's very important that this output, this movement, this exercise is not put out of like self-hate. Like, you shouldn't think, I'm so fat and ugly and disgusting, I must move, I must do something about it. You must find something that you enjoy to do. And you do enjoy it, like, you will enjoy doing it. Like, maybe not at first. Like, getting off the sofa is the hardest thing. Just taking the first few steps, that's the hardest thing. Those are the hardest steps you will take, in this process. And it must be done out of excitement, out of joy. It cannot be done out of self-loathing or self-hate. You must do it. And the fact that there are people who tell you, or companies or whatever, tell you, you're a fat piece of shit, you need to move. And people tend to say, okay, I'm a fat piece of shit, I need to move. Like, even if it gets you moving, it maybe is not the best thing for your mental health or whatever. And I can see that point, but that does not mean that you can just sit on your sofa, be a fat piece of shit, eat all this crappy food, and just destroy yourself. You must find something that you like to do. You must find something that you enjoy doing, and you must muster up this output, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Preferably something you enjoy, preferably something that excites you to do. It's not always going to be enjoyable. That's just childish to imagine that it's always going to be fun, because it's not. Sometimes you're going to hate it, but in the long term, you got to find something that you enjoy, something that gives you, that puts a smile on your face, and that's long-term happiness, Short-term, you're going to fucking suffer, whatever it is. There are going to be days where you fucking hate it, where you just want to stay in and do nothing. And we all have those days. But you just need to be the master of yourself. You need to grow up. You need to be an adult. You need to do it. You're not a child. Like, you can vote. If you can vote, you're not a child. And you need to stop this bullshit behavior. And I'm speaking to myself just as much as I'm speaking to you, you fat piece of shit, you know? So that's it, I guess. I'm gonna go out, head out, get smashed with my German buddies because they're leaving the city. It's the last day here, so we're gonna get fucked up. But I'm getting fucked up after putting in the work, you know. So I do it with a good conscience. And tomorrow I'm gonna do the work again. Because I guess I'm an adult. I hope you have a great day, great night. And if you're in a position where you have been battling yourself and sort of finding these excuses, you know, saying that you are just fat and this is just your life, this is your destiny, and everyone else should just accept you as you are, I invite you to rethink that and find something you're passionate about, find something that you find beautiful and will bring you a long-term happiness, you know. Find something that you look up to people who do it, you know, and become one of those people. That's what I invite you to do. Hasta luego, mi amigo. Ciao.